Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and my windy balcony. If you are new here, I garden with mostly cacti and succulents, with the odd non-succulent sneaking in there every now and then. I live in an apartment several floors up, so my garden is limited to my balcony space. The air conditioner is also on. You may hear the air conditioning unit roaring away. It is what it is. I wouldn't say that it's a small balcony. It's actually a pretty decent sized balcony. It's definitely a lot smaller than, say, your ground level house with a garden. As promised, we are going to go around and check in on some of the plants here. The last one of these we did was end of January and it's now mid-March, so it's been a minute. And we're still in the middle of this heat wave and everyone in Sydney is just so done with it. We're so done with this heat. I have to say that I haven't done any tidying up, so what you see is what you see. I haven't cleaned up for this tour, I haven't cleaned up for any visitors. I have a feeling that the heat wave has just decimated a lot of things. Anyway, we'll check in because, you know, let's be real and authentic about our gardens. I don't know why I said that. Alright, so this is the mid-March 2023 morning chorus balcony garden tour as decimated by summer. I'm just gonna rip it out. Where's my spade? Okay, so we're going to start with this pot. My Opuntia Santa Rita is going really strong. This cactus I feel hasn't needed much maintenance at all. I just kind of let it do its thing. I planted this Haworthii in amongst these Echeveria and sedums. I felt like I needed an extra texture in there and I wanted a Haworthii that would go really dark in colour. These PVNs are doing fine, currently looking a little drained in colour, but I just put that down to summer. This sedum you're seeing here, I think I stuck in as a cutting. Not the smartest choice as sedums are summer dormant, but I think it'll bush out in time. I'm just gonna give it a minute. These aeoniums aren't doing too badly given the season. This is a pretty shady spot that only gets hit with very early morning sun, I want to say, so that probably is what is pulling them through this heat wave. This Euphorbia polygona clump is just happy. It seems to love summer. Good looking colourful part of the pot. I've been complaining about these Echeveria Hercules for a while. I've seen them look better than this in my garden. I don't know, they're just not living their best lives in this spot. This Portulaca triple treat is a new addition to the garden. Look at the flowers. Let me introduce you to Aloe Mountain Gem. Okay, this aloe is a new obsession of mine. I wanted to find an aloe that was blue in colour, and here it is. And they always seem to be half price at Flower Power, like always. This planter here I'm going to have to fix up at some point. There's gaps and things growing over other things. I do love this Agave Quiche Calm though, it's one of my faves. These Echeveria Violet Queens are looking a little more hydrated than they did a couple of months ago, funnily enough, maybe because of the increased humidity. They've actually retained a lot of their blue colour, but I feel like Violet Queens look their most vibrant in winter, I want to say. I think, and I only think because I didn't buy this one with a label, that this is a crested Echeveria Pabby's Rose. Again, this actually looks a little more colourful in winter than it does this summer season, despite all the stress from the heat. I don't know, growing season tends to bring out more green, I find. This Echeveria Morning Beauty just needs to come out. It's kind of getting in the way of this Glorious Mammillaria. It's just like, what is it doing? Rainbow cactus, I think, are looking good. I'm a bit confused about these Aeonium kiwi. They were more yellow in colour a couple of months ago, which I loved, and now they're green. Okay, here's what happened to this Miranda. It had mealy, I sprayed it with diluted alcohol solution, the same strength I use with all my other plants, and it just burned. I suspect that Argovoides varieties burn with any amount of alcohol. Comment if you find this too, like with specific plants. Another Portulaca grandiflora. Honestly, I can't get enough of these flowers. This Trichoceras was also treated with a solution of diluted alcohol that we use on every other plant, and it just didn't cope either. Something like this would have really bothered us in the past, but we've come to love the scars and imperfections that come with plants because, hey, that's just what happens. Another Trichoceras looking good and doing its thing. Look at my boogie! I was complaining about my bougainvillea flame not flowering about 3 months ago, and then boom, boom, boom. The succulents planted under the boogie are doing fine. That platyphylla totally just lost all of its color in this spot. It used to be so red, so that's just disappointing. That's an annoying gap next to the Echeveria blue metal. Agave dragon toes. I got a request to check in on it, and here it is. This Aeonium is totally going when I get a minute. I gave it a chance, and I know it was definitely the wrong season to give it a second chance, but you know, it's just time to let it go now. I mean, look at it, no one's got time for that. In fact, this Aeonium here has done a little better out in the summer sun. I don't know what kind of variety this is, but it survived the heat wave just fine, so, you know, it's gonna get my tick of approval. These two old men of the mountain cacti are actually looking a little fatter since I repotted them, so that's good. And don't even talk to me about this Dracaena Black Knight at the moment. I know it'll pull through, I just don't want to look at it right now. Underneath the Dracaena, this Echeveria hybrid is a happy camper, like what the heck. Colorata! When did that happen? Dryness, burn, I got no idea. Boo. This Crassula went wild and just bloomed all out. In all honesty, I want to replace this with Crassula Baby's necklace just because I just need a little bit of like some other kind of color in there. Hovabarba sobolifera just looks decimated. Look at that. Yeah, sad. Sad because I like it. I like this plant a lot. I don't quite understand how this Aeonium sunburst is holding up the way it is in this heat wave, but there you go. Is that sunburn on my Argovoides Romeo? Is it discoloration or is it sunburn? I don't know. Sedum Lilac Mound struggling a little bit. I'm sure that it'll bounce back once the temps cool down. And does anyone know what this black stuff is? It's a little different to any of the other bugs that I normally see in my garden, like scale or aphids. I just don't think it's aphids. It doesn't look like any other aphids in my garden. I don't think it's aphids, but comment below if you know. Echeveria Harmsii Ruby Slippers. Ooh, I am hanging out for this to redden up. I freaking love euphorbias, and I especially love this euphorbia snowflake. It's multiplying. Check out these pups. Do you have any idea how long I've been waiting for this thing to have babies? Sedum dasyphila major, it is bushing out. Look at that go. Echinopsis oxygona. I don't know if these are flowers or babies. I don't know. Little stubby spiral cactus. I feel like this is looking a little light green, and I don't know if that's a bad thing. I don't know. Paraceola ovata. I really want to keep this one tree-like and sort of bonsai'd. Yeah, this Longissima cluster is just dead. That's gone. That's gone. Matillo cactus that looks like a person holding up their arms to the sky. I love this. The fruit's popping out of this mellow cactus. I do love this little gymnocalacium and its color, and I want it to grow bigger. It just looks like it hasn't budged since I bought it. Oh, this Echeveria kissing got its tips burnt. Fingers crossed that this one will recover, because I absolutely love this plant when it's thriving. My glorious rainbow cactus cluster, which I think is getting bigger at the top. Yeah, that Crassula Isabella calico kitten's just, that's like thoroughly dead. And here is our cactus corner. I'm not going to take you through every single one of these because we'll be here all day. Wow, okay, so summer really came in strong. There's going to be quite a bit of tidying up to do when it cools down and I can get back into this garden again. It looks like there's a few chores that are gonna need to be done. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that look at how summer just swept through my garden. A few casualties there, a few casualties. Never mind, that happens. That happens with the seasons, and with seasons comes change, or something like that. Yeah, anyway, it's getting late, I'm getting hungry, so that's gonna be it for a little bit. Like, there's some pretty good things that have happened here, like the bougainvillea. How good is it that it's bloomed now? Cyclical time. If gardening has taught me anything, it's about how like seasons bring, you cycle through seasons, life seasons. Yeah. Hopefully the weather will start to cool down and some of the plants will start looking better. If you are a regular viewer and not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. It would mean so much to me. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!